Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer podcast. My name is Eric. He hate me 702. This is
Geremy with a G.
We're friends that are going to talk, debate, argue, and sometimes agree on sports, mostly pro sports, and Southern Nevada high school football. If you like the content that you see and would like to see more, please subscribe, like, and let us know how we're doing in the comments. Follow us on all our social media, which the links will be in the description. And without further ado,
Put me in, coach.
so right now we're going to make our predictions. Well, I'm sorry, let me refrain from that. I'm going to make my predictions on the NBA, and Jeremy's going to learn a little bit about the NBA. If you would like to see how little Jeremy knows about the NBA, the suggested video, which will be somewhere up here, about now.
And follow the series to learn how dumb I am about this
West
sport.
is a little different. The West is 1 through 7 is basically guaranteed. Because there's 8 games left. The Grizzlies would have to win all 8. The Mavericks would have to lose all 8. They would tie. And then it would be one of those things where it'd probably be record. And I still think the Mavericks are going to go. So we're going to say the top 7 seeds are making the playoffs, right? So we're going to say the Grizzlies, the Trailblazers. So this is the difference. So the Grizzlies have the 8th seed right now. They're only 3.5 games ahead of the Trailblazers, 3.5 games ahead of the Pelicans, 3.5 games ahead of the Kings, 4 games ahead of the Spurs, 6 games ahead of the Suns. Suns are not making it. The one team that you knew, they're not making it. Suns are going to make
more
it.
than one team.
You knew 5. Suns are going to make it. Once again, video is going to be up above somewhere here. Link will also be in the description. Check that video out to see how much he doesn't know. So I don't think the Suns are going to make it. I ultimately think, look, I'm just going to cut it. The Pelicans are going to make it because Zion's gone. You know who Zion Williamson is, right?
Yeah.
Zion Williamson had to leave for family matters. So depending on when he comes back, let's say he misses 2 weeks, I don't think they're going to make it. Because they're going to be too far behind the 8 ball. They're already 3.5 games back. So say the Grizzlies win their first 2 games and they lose their first 2 games, they're kind of screwed. Because that will give them 5.5 games back with 6 games left. So I'm going to say the Pelicans aren't going to make it. I love the Kings because I love De'Aaron Fox. You guys should have drafted the De'Aaron Fox 76ers instead of Markelle Fultz. That's another rant. But ultimately, I don't think they're going to make it. I just don't think they have. I'm not even looking at their schedule. I just don't think they have the. I don't think they're going to make it. I don't think they're going to make it. So it's going to lead me down to the Spurs and the Trailblazers. I don't think the Spurs are going to make it, even though I would love to say the Spurs would because of Greg Pop. But I don't think they'll make it because of the fact that DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge suck. Greg Popovich is a great coach, okay? Greg Popovich is comparable to the Bill Belichick in the NFL. Not saying that he's won 6 titles. He's won 4 in 20 years.
I know of Greg Popovich.
Okay.
I've heard about Greg Popovich.
Well, he's won 4 titles in 20 years. Maybe 5. 4. He's been to the finals 5 years. He has been to the playoffs for 20 years. He is dominant. He had a great player in Tim Duncan, which is like the Tom Brady that took less money and set the standard. Retired like 2 years ago. He's now an assistant coach for the Spurs. He drafted well European before it was ever big to draft European. His second biggest stars were European players. Tony Parker from France and Manu Ginobili, I forget where he's from. He also had Manu Ginobili come off the bench, which a lot of players didn't, and they bought into the system. So he's very comparable to the Bill Belichick. If you don't like what I said with Greg Popovich on the Bill Belichick, fight me in the comments. So I'm gonna say Trailblazers because I think with the healthy Yurcef, the sitter for Portland. I think with the healthy him and Melo slimmed down and Damian Lillard, I think they're just gonna make the playoffs. They were there last year, so I think let me rephrase that. I think they're gonna be a play-in seed between the Grizzlies and the Blazers. So I think there's going to be a play-in tournament in the West for the Grizzlies and the Blazers. The Grizzlies will be 8th seed, the Blazers will be 9th seed. They're 3.5 games back. So even if they both go 4-4, there's still going to be a play-in game. I think that. Thank you. That pencil was not working.
I just don't want the ink to get on this.
I think that. Oh, by the way, we got my sweatshirt in. Probably couldn't see that. I think that in a play-in game, the Grizzlies are going to win. The Trailblazers are going to win. I don't count on Damian Lillard. So if Damian Lillard, I have the Trailblazers go in the 8th seed. So the Lakers play the Trailblazers. Sorry, Trailblazers, you guys are going to lose. The Clippers play the Mavericks. I love Luka, but you guys are going to lose. The Nuggets play the Rockets. Look, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the Rockets... No, I'm going to say the Nuggets play the Thunder. No, never mind. I'm going to say the Nuggets play the Rockets. And I'm going to say the Rockets are going to beat the Nuggets. Okay, so I'll have the Rockets and the Lakers going head to head. And then I'll have the Thunder beating the Jazz, even though the Jazz have put the Thunder out the last 2 playoffs. The Thunder will beat the Jazz, even though they don't have Westbrook. So both of them will advance. So I will have the Thunder and the Clippers and the Lakers and the Rockets. Okay, so the Clippers are going to beat the Thunder. Let's just end that right now. Clippers are beating the Thunders. I really want to say the Rock. Okay. Lakers are going to beat the Rockets. We're just going to put the Lakers and the Clippers together. I think the Lakers are going to go, and I think the Lakers are going to play the Celtics, which I think that's going to be a great finals. They have history. Out of all the NBA finals championships, I think the Lakers have 16 or 17, and the Celtics have 17 or 18. They're one ahead of them. Mm-hmm. They've played multiple times in the playoffs. Magic Johnson, you know who he is.
Yeah.
Larry Bird,
yeah.
Rivals. Played multiple times. Have you ever heard of Jerry West?
I've heard.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Bill Russell?
I believe so.
Okay. Same thing. Multiple times in the playoffs. So I think that rivalry will be renewed, where you have LeBron and Anthony Davis against Kemba and Jason Tatum. I ultimately think the Lakers will come out on top. So as of right now, I have the Lakers winning the finals over the Celtics. I'm not going to go in games or anything like that, but I'm just going to say the Lakers, and it's going to be an epic final battle, the Lakers and the Celtics. So to recap real quick, I have the Celtics winning the Eastern Conference over the Sixers in a hard-fought series. I have the Lakers winning the Western Conference over the Clippers in a hard-fought series. And I have the Lakers beating the Celtics in a hard-fought series.